Well, I figured this would be a good little group of cows to get it back on and show you guys. We have made it through the nasty part of the storm. We're still not above freezing. We won't be until the end of the week. It's Wednesday. We won't be above freezing till Friday. So these cows are actually in good shape. Really surprised. We kind of went through this thing pretty well. We had some issues. We got some frozen pipelines and tanks and stuff. And Monday morning, it was negative 17 here, and I've never ever seen it that cold ever. I've never seen it past. I don't think I've ever seen it past negative 6. So kind of gives you an idea. But these cows are doing good. The calves are doing good. So, and my stupid yearlings that are in here that should not be in here. They're doing all right. These cows, we got them back on. They're not getting any ration. No one's getting any ration this week. I'll start tomorrow back on our feed wagon ration, but we've been feeding corn stalks and hay and stuff like that. Mainly just bedding and just roughage. But so yeah, the wife and I decided to take a 2-day vacation during the absolute worst part of this deal. We went to the big city Monday. We said we had enough of the cold and everyone else could handle what's going on. So we went and got us a really, really nice room. It was probably stupidly expensive. But, you know, it had people coming in and taking care of us whenever we wanted. And then room service, you know, bring food right to the room. We didn't have to go anywhere to eat. We decided we better get away for a couple days. So, you know, we just upped and said I had enough of this Monday morning, and we jumped up and left, and we came back last night late. So figured we probably better come back and check on everybody and make sure all the cattle were okay, you know. So look at this little guy. But our snow's starting to melt, so yeah, he's doing good. I gotta go over and tag a bunch of heifers calves. Had a whole load of heifers that have been calving, so I left those. I just left those for my dad to take care of. He had to pull a couple calves. You know, he's getting up there. He's not 70 yet. You know, I just left him. Figured he could manage. Wouldn't be the first one he ever kept. Just had enough. Had enough of the place. Had enough of the cold. Had enough of these cows. And yeah, just had enough of it. So we packed up and had a little mini vacation. It was a pretty good deal. So now we're back. Now it's time to go to work. Especially since now it's warming up. That's a good part. Now come back and do work while it's warm. That cold stuff's for the birds. But considering how we calve in the pastures, and you know, we don't pull our cows up close, and you know, our water systems are not set up for, you know, sub-zero temperatures for that period of time. I think we came through really well. Getting ready to pass the hired guy now who's hauling some water to a tank because the well froze, and just want to get some more water out for him. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. everything's in as good a shape as it can be. We lost a couple calves. We lost one night. It was born. It was, I don't know if it was -10 that night or -8. Its lungs froze. It started to rupture its lungs, and so it had blood running out of its nostrils. Lost that calf, and then we had 2 old cows, really old cows. They just didn't make it through. But other than that, we did pretty good. For what the storm was and where we are, you know, we're not from Iowa or Minnesota or Dakotas where it's, you know, it's negative temperatures on the regular. You know, we are in New Mexico, and we're honestly, if it hadn't been cold, we would have started irrigating our farm ground this past week. That's where we are right now, and yeah, so it's a little tough. The mountains have been getting a lot of snow. They've been getting a couple feet here and there. But I'm gonna go tag a bunch of baby calves since no one could do it while I was gone or wanted to do it. Like, you know, I guess I got to make sure it gets done. And if you haven't figured out, I'm being extremely sarcastic. I am going to tag calves though. We left out of here Monday morning early, and my son was born Monday afternoon, and we had to stay in the hospital full 24 hours, and then it took them forever to get us discharged to get out of there. It was snowing in Amarillo all day yesterday. They got like 6 inches of snow, and I've only got my dad, and my mom helped some too. She's been helping, but she had to watch my daughter, and then I've got I hired 2 guys. You know, one of them has to take care of the feedlot, and the other one's been helping my dad, and like, we did really well for the way we were set up here, and the fact that I had to get up and leave on the coldest day I've ever seen in the middle of everything and go sit in a room for 2 days. It was for a very, very good reason, and I wouldn't have traded for that reason ever. But it was definitely hard being away during all that. So very thankful for all the hard work that everyone put in, so I could be gone. And we left last night in a hell of a snowstorm. I knew we'd be fine, and thankfully it was just a localized storm. We got probably 30 miles out of Amarillo and just nothing. But then we get home and there's no heat in the house. At some point during the day, one of my dogs was chasing the cat around in the basement and made it to where the furnace stopped working. So we had no heat when we got home at 10 o'clock at night. It was, you know, basically freezing in the house. It was a heck of a deal. Very, very interesting deal. But my son's home and my wife's home, and I'm running around trying to de-stress by making sure all the cattle are okay, which they are. Very thankful for how it turned out. So anyways, we'll catch you on the next one.